What is going on, guys? Matt O'Leary here with the New York Jets news dump on October the 25th, Wednesday, baby. What is going on? I am pumped up about this video. Let's get into it. We will start first with the injuries where DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner have not been cleared from concussion protocol yet, but are practicing in a limited role, but practicing today.
Real quick injuries. Tippmann won't practice today. He's still dealing with his quad. Randall Cobb won't practice today. He's dealing with a shoulder. And then everyone else is limited. DJ and Gardner still have not passed the cleared the concussion protocol. So they're still going through it. You'll see them at practice, but they're going through it. So
this apparently is going to go right up until game time. So we're going to play this game this week where we don't know, are they playing or are they not going to play? And then I'm sure on Sunday morning we'll finally find out, oh my God, they're actually playing today or they're not playing today. But I would think them being on the practice field today is a good sign. That's my own interpretation, not Robert Saleh's interpretation. That doesn't mean that it's a guarantee that both guys are going to play in this game on Sunday, but I think them being out there and, you know, at least being with the positional group is a positive sign in the right direction here for both those guys, because, I mean, they were able to get the job done without DJ Reed and Sauce Gardner against the Eagles, but you want your two best corners, two of the better corners in the NFL, out there if they are able to go. We want them back. And apparently the fast healer, Joe Tippmann, they won't say if he's going to be good to go or not yet. They said, okay, we'll find more about it next week, right? Like coming out of the Eagles game, it's like, well, we'll find out more about it next week. And then Monday came and it was like, well, we'll know more on Wednesday. And then Wednesday, he's not practicing today, but we're not ready to say if he's going to play or not in this game. And I guess him being considered for this game is a positive sign because of how Robert Saleh was talking after the game about Joe Tippmann, who's like, he's going to be out for a while. And it's like, well, is this guy's season over or what? Like, what is going to happen here? And we'll see. I think I would be probably, I would say, me personally, I'd be a little bit surprised if he played in this game, just based on how they were talking about the thigh injury. But I am rooting for him to play. I think the Jets are a better team and a better offensive line when Joe Tippmann is out there. He's been probably the Jets' second or third best offensive lineman this year, which is a really, really good sign. And I would like to see our young pup back out there, but unfortunately that might not happen this week. Robert Saleh also spoke about Dalvin Cook and how he is improving and getting better.
I will say this with Dalvin. I do think the Philadelphia game, he looked the best running the ball. Remember, he didn't have OTAs. He didn't have training camp. And if you really look at it and you say, okay, a guy needs about 4 weeks of acclimation, that puts you around week 5, which is Philadelphia, where you start seeing him hitting his top speeds and his GPS numbers are improving. And week 6 for Philadelphia, I thought he did a really nice job in week 5 too. But I do think he's getting better. I do think he's getting his legs underneath him. I do think he's running better with more violence and looking more like him.
The last couple weeks, okay, 3.8 yards and 4 yards per carry. 3 carries, 12 yards, and 1 catch for 2 yards against the Philadelphia Eagles. And while I don't quite think he is worth putting out there, he has gotten better the last 2 weeks. The thing that just drives me absolutely nuts with this is they made the signing. They brought him in to help spell Breece Hall early on in the year while Breece was being ramped up. And spoiler alert, Dalvin Cook also had to be ramped up because he was dealing with an injury in the training camp in the preseason. He didn't get any preseason action. It was almost like the first few weeks of the year were him getting ramped up, and he was given the ball 12 times in week 1 as a part of getting ramped up, and was terrible the first few weeks of the year. As I said, has he been better the previous 2 games? Yes. But in the first 4, he was like horrific. And again, that's just the thing that frustrates me with that signing, because like, why are you adding this guy to help? Like, oh, we're gonna help him with the running back rotation and getting Breece Hall up to speed, and now Breece Hall pitch count is off him. He's getting ramped up. He's ready to go. He's carrying the ball 20 times in the game against the Denver Broncos, and now it's like, guess what? Good news. Dalvin Cook is ready for what? 3 carries? Great, fantastic. I'll take the 3 carries for 12 yards, I guess, but it's just, he needed you week 1 through week 4. Don't get it. Anyway, and then let's go Robert Saleh. I'm going out of order in my notes, but we're on the topic of conversation on the running backs. Robert Saleh spoke about Izzy Abanikanda. Myself and many others have been wanting to see a little bit more of Izzy. He said that he is still learning the protections and he's trying to find a role on special teams. 2 of the biggest things keeping him inactive on game days. And okay, you want to give me learning the protections? Okay, that is a reasonable one, especially this week when Wink Martindale, the Giants defensive coordinator, blitzes like no other. They are 3rd in the NFL in blitz percentage and have cranked it up seemingly the last 2 weeks and have played very good defense the last 2 weeks. Okay, you don't want to make him active in that one, fine. But special teams. Forgive me if I'm mistaken here, but is Dalvin Cook and Michael Carter, they play big roles on special teams? I don't. What are we doing here? I get it. Like, this just kind of feels like the Jets have these unreasonable expectations for their young players, where it's like, oh, he can't play all 95 wide receiver positions, can't get him on the field, or he can't play on special teams, can't get him on the field. And I do think Izzy would add some value on special teams. I'm not denying that, and I do think learning the protections is important, but Jets could use some more juice in the running back room behind Breece Hall, because Dalvin Cook has been better this week, but or the last couple weeks, but at times looks like he's running with cinder blocks. And Michael Carter has had multiple big drops and just doesn't have that explosiveness, and he's not nearly as elusive as what he was as a rookie. That's what was so great about Michael Carter as a rookie, was he made people miss and was able to escape. He never was getting down on like the first wave of guys, and that's just gone. It's not there. And he was never like a speed burning back, right? Like, that was never the case with him, but just really, really weird with that one. But anyway, I eventually would like to see Izzy Abanikanda this year. If it doesn't have to be this week, but at some point, can we please see Izzy Abanikanda in the final 11 games? And finally, last but certainly not least, Duane Brown will not be activated this week off of IR. They're going to wait another week and reevaluate next week. I am in no rush to bring Duane Brown back because I don't think he should be plugged in and playing at left tackle. I think Mekhi Becton has done a good job at left tackle. I think Max Mitchell's done a fine job at right tackle so far. I think you run with that until it doesn't work. Duane Brown, when he's healthy, he could be depth. Fine. Okay. I'm good with that. But I am in no rush to get Duane Brown back on the field and get him in the lineup. That's quite okay with me. I think, take all the time you need, Duane Brown. That's going to do it for me in today's video. That is the Jets news dump. Let me know down below in the comments your thoughts on the topics we discussed. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.